Back once again for the renegade master. 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 Back once again for the renegade master.
Hello my renegades and welcome back. And what are we getting back into? We are getting back into Love Island series 11. We are now on episode 39. I am catching up. So it does pick off where Kieran and Nicole have to choose who's going to get dumped from the island from the vibe party. We know that Jessica and Aya was up. We know that I believe it was Grace and Reuben that was up, and Connor and Lolly was up. Basically, I just felt that with Connor and Lolly it would be too easy. It would be too easy to choose them in that sense. I mean, Ayo and Jessica always in the bottom when it comes to these favourite couple and things. So they know what the public thinks of them already. And basically, if they were thinking strategically, if they got rid of Ayo and Jessica, it kind of would free up the situation with Mimi and her having to just have Josh to herself. And you know what? All that shit would fly by in that sense. Nobody would be getting on their guff. But again, that would be too much of an easy pick too. So it came down to the decision, and they did pick Connor and Lolly, which they were expecting to at the moment. So you see that Jessie is quite quiet. I kind of think she knows what's coming with Joey, but my thing is every girl is gonna make her feel as though she's not going to be fully assured by Joey, especially when they're coming and I want to go for Joey straight away at the end of the day. My thing is, what's the point in being with him if she keeps saying, oh, he gives her that reassurance and yada yada yada, she don't, you know, she's not scared or feels no way about Joey, like talking to Lola because she doesn't think anything's going to happen there. It's again, I think it's just lip service with her. She just wants to defend Joey like it's going out of business, to be honest with her. And all I would say is sit back, let her do it, because she's seriously going to realise what type of person Joey is, and that does he bring anything else to her life? No, I don't think he does, because it is literally all about the Joey and the Joey show at the end of the day. This is why I am kind of considering that Joey is more or less a plant in the villa this year to actually bring about causing a ruckus, because Joey is famous for causing a lot of drama, because Joey is the drama at the end of the day. So it comes to the daytime, and I would say Lola is very pretty without the makeup. She's very fresh faced. I don't think she really needs the makeup at the end of the day. So Harry is basically saying that he wants to graph Grace. Lola wants Joey, and Joey is giving her them vibes, but she likes Reuben too. So Joey is talking about Lola and that, you know, she's a nice looking girl. And he's basically saying to the lads that he can admire a beautiful girl, but to turn his head, they'd have to have something different. Jessie is basically, as I said, already saying she's not threatened at all by Lola. Reuben said his head is for Grace, but he ain't gonna shut talking down to Lola in that sense. So Lola is basically on it with Reuben. She's pulled him for a track already. Grace is watching them hard from behind them shades. Let's just say it that way. She ain't missed the fact that, you know, Lola's picked up Reuben to go chat. Reuben does explain to Lola that things are good with Grace at this moment in time, and Reuben talks about his background in terms of him being a footballer and a stigma attached to all of that. And Reuben talks about how he's 23 years old. I forget how old these people are, because Reuben basically looks and sounds older than his age. So I thought he was, like, you know, coming to more to around Josh's age, because I know Josh is 29. So Harry and Grace have a chat, and Harry is literally like giving it the Birmingham Large. That's all I can say about Harry. He's proper giving it the Birmingham Large. So he's telling Grace about how she needs to come to Birmingham and go clubbing. My guy, there is nothing in Birmingham no more for you to go clubbing to, so I don't know where you expect Grace to be going when she has like literally higher standards than our little old place. Do you know what I mean? She's a very high maintenance woman. As Grace said, that she would not go to Birmingham. She doesn't feel that there's anything missing for her there, and I don't blame her at the end of the day. Do I think that Grace likes Harry? No, I don't. I think she was in a space with Reuben, where she really was wanting to get to know him better and was at that kind of precipice of falling over in terms of, I'm really, really comfortable with you. And then along came Harry and fucked that situation up, basically. So she's hoping to get it back with Reuben. So Joey pulls Lola for a chat, and you can see that Jessie is watching them. I will be intrigued at this point as to whether Joey is certain that Lola can't turn his head. I will also be intrigued and would want to know as to whether Joey will actually be open and honest about how he is with Jessie and shut the shit down with Lola. Do you think that he shuts the shit down with Lola? No. No, he don't. So basically, she does tell Joey that she doesn't think that he is solid with Jessie at the end of the day. And I'm like, Joey is that type of guy that likes competition. So she basically is going to bring it because she thought she could turn Joey's head. Joey likes that, and he completely ain't shutting shit down with Lola in the slightest. He even tells Lola that he ain't shutting it down because him and Jessie has not had those conversations in terms of that they're closed off with each other. And I don't think they're ever going to have those conversations because I don't think Joey is actually really looking for love in Love Island. He just wants to start a ruckus at the end of the day. I don't think Jessie herself realises what Joey means when he says that he's open, and what that means for him and her at the end of the day, because again, they don't have those conversations with each other. Jessie's just harping on face value and hoping that Joey will do them both justice by shutting shit down, when Joey's never shown that he would ever do those types of things at the end of the day. So Ayo grabs Mimi again and basically sits down and has that conversation with her to let her know that they're not going back to what was and to leave that in her past. Now, my thing is Ayo just needed to come and be direct. Yes, he said what he said, but he needs to say for him and her, it's finished, it's over, it's done. It will never happen again. End of. That's it. All this chatty business is just doing my head in. Ayo just needs to be open and honest with Mimi and say, look, this is where I'm at with Jessica. You should really put your lot into Josh because we ain't never going to be together in the romantic sense again. As friends, 10 toes down. Do you know what I mean? As friends, definitely. But other than that, it ain't going to fly. It ain't going to happen. So basically, Mimi said that she's happy with that. And if Ayo is happy, she's happy with that as well. And I always keep thinking that Ayo really talks a lot of words but don't say nothing at all. So this is what I mean. When he now sits and goes back through it with Mimi, I'm like, is he thinking that she's a dunce or something? But then I think about the conversation that Mimi had with Jessica at Club Vibe, and where she said things were with Ayo, and I think Jessica may have had that conversation with Ayo, and that's why Ayo came again to shut it all down with Mimi to make sure there's no muddling up here in the slightest. So Mimi and Josh have a conversation. And basically, Josh says, how did the chat go with Ayo? And Mimi again said it was right. It was good. They cleared everything up. They said the feelings were there, but they're not moving forward. And now it's basically put to bed between the both of them. So then you see Ayo and Jessica have a chat. And basically, Jessica and Ayo are both basically saying that they're grateful that they're still in the villa and get to continue what's going on between them. And I'm just like, that's it. There ain't nothing else to do between them two at the end of the day. Ayo's put his lot in with Jessica. Yeah, he may not have said that he's closed off with this girl, but it won't be so far away that he will say that he's closed off with this girl. Trust me on that one. So they're playing a small game in the villa and it's past the cube. So basically it's a big old ice cube. They have to pass it from mouth to mouth, and whoever drops it has to do a dare. I was like, that's so unhygienic. That's all I'm saying on that one. That's so freaking hygienic, because it's not just about the ice dropping off with the water and all that shit. It's you spit dribbling down the ice cube too into no. So Jessie ended up with a dare, and it says Snog the Islander, who she thinks is playing games in the villa, and she kissed Joey, and I was like, well damn. But then on the flip side, she lets herself down by saying it's because he loves to wind people up, because she knows that he likes her but likes to wind other people up in a sense. And I was like, Okay, that was a message to Lola. So basically what Jesse is trying to say is that Joey is not paying no mind to anybody else, but he would do it to wind her up. She knows that he's there for her 100%, but he's going to wind up all the other girls that come in, making them think that they can take him from her. Yeah, nah, that ain't the one. That is not the one. So Kieran had, other than your partner, snog the island and you have most sexual chemistry with. He went safe and he picked Matilda at the end of the day, which it is what it is. And Nicole didn't find no bones about it. So Joey had snog 3 islanders. One was best face, one was best body, and one with best personality. I'm just like, now he's going to be putting Jessie out there in terms of where he sees her being, where he sees her placing at the end of the day. And he picked number 1 was Jessica with the best face. Number 2, he picked Matilda with the best body. And number 3, he picked Jessie with the best personality. And she went, oh, you did well there. Now myself, even though it said snog 3 islanders with the best face, the best body, best personality, doesn't mean I have to do it. Doesn't mean I have to snog the 3 islanders. And all my 3 kisses will go to the person that I'm interested in, because they have the best face, they have the best body, and they have the best personality for me to be with them. So yeah, it wouldn't have went nowhere else. And for Jesse to think being the best personality after he's done kissed 2 other girls before you is he did well. Lad, having a good personality is great, yeah, but you want all the other attributes to go with it too. Anyway, so Lola was kiss an islander you fancy the most, and she kissed Reuben. Now I would have thought she would have went Joey, because I think Jessie was waiting for that one, so I think that surprised her. So Sean was snog the islander who is not your partner, would be the most passionate in bed. Sean got up and picked Lola, and I was like, well, damn. Matilda was not liking that at all, and it was a long ass kiss with Matilda, like proper long ass kiss. Now there's other people up in there that I would have said would look like they would be more better in bed than Lola, but I think what it was, Sean just wanted to be able to have a merry-go-round on Lola's lips, to be honest with you. Josh was snog the islander you think is the most arrogant. I would have said Grace on this one, and if I had to choose a lad, I would have said Joey or Ao. He picked Nicole, and I thought, I don't understand why you would pick Nicole. And even Nicole was like, I don't get it. I really don't get it at all, because I didn't get it. So Lola had to snog the islander you think is most likely to cheat, and she picked Joey. She said it as it is. She really did. So the next one was Io, and he had to kiss the islander you think would do anything to make it to the final. Peep words. Kiss the islander you think you would do anything to make it to the final. He kissed Nicole, and I was like, really? You kissed Nicole? Why would you kiss Nicole? So Kieran basically said that he would have a chat with Ao about any situation later about this whole picking Nicole for that, because I don't understand it myself. I thought that was messed up, because my first point of call, I probably would have picked Grace, to be honest with you, because she has more vibe out of anyone there who would literally do anything to make sure she got to that final. That's how I'm saying it. So Josh had to nibble the ear of the islander who spreads the most gossip. So he picked Matilda, and the reason why he picked Matilda is because of the conversation that he basically had with Jessica. She'd spread something, and then it caused a situation, especially when it came to Jessica and how she felt, and then especially when it came to Josh and then how he felt about what was going on, or possibly going on between Io and Mimi, where there didn't need to be that. But I think Jessica really did need to hear that actually it was Io that was saying things to Joey and to Sean about his feelings for Mimi in that sense, and that's where that situation was boiling from. So Harry had to snog the islander you would chat up on the outside. So he kissed Grace, and even then Reuben was like, okay my dude, slow your roll, bring that back, wind it back, get off her, sort of thing. So Sean basically had the chat with Matilda, and Matilda was talking about his kiss with Lola. Sean didn't think that there was anything of it. What Sean needed to realise is that Lola is a bombshell at the end of the day, and kissing her would obviously send a message to any of the other girls, or Matilda in particular, who you was coupled up with. So Sean was basically trying to play it off as though it was a half-hearted kiss, and I was like, yeah, nah, my guy, you was in there for the longest, like really in there for the longest. And my thing is I was with Matilda in terms of Sean should have played it safe, because at the end of the day, you've made things exclusive with Matilda. You've locked things off with Matilda. So for you to then go and kiss a new bird, a new girl that's coming, yeah, it was a bit messy. So Lola has a chat with Jessie, and basically Jessie is trying to have this conversation with Lola to say that she's secure with Joey. And I thought, well, Grace thought she was secure with Joey until you walked in, my love. So basically, Lola is explaining to Jessie that she's had conversations with Joey and they were all flirty, and Joey was the one that pulled her for a chat, and basically Joey was the one that was telling Lola that he's not shut down, and this is how she took it, in that sense that she would be able to get to know him, because he weren't saying that he was shutting anything off and he was happy to get to know her. So Jessie was basically trying to say that Joey can come off as over flirty, but then proceeds to tell Lola that Joey's interest came over quite clear in the game. And I just thought, my girl, you may be disappointed, because Jessie has a penchant for quickly jumping to Joey's defence, like literally jumping to this man's defence when she knows that he's doing wrong in the face of everything that you can see. You know this man is doing wrong to somebody else and playing you out like a damn dickhead, but yet she still wants to jump to this man's defence. So Jessie has a conversation with Joey, basically tells him that what Lola was saying to her about his conversations being flirty with her, and Joey is basically saying that he did pull Lola for a chat, and then said that when someone comes in, they can always get the wrong end of the stick. And I was like, no, Joey, you were full on flirting with that girl, like full on. Like, there's no way he can keep disguising the crap that he does, like seriously. How can he literally be saying in one breath to one girl, oh, I'm open to getting to know you, we'll see if you can turn my head, and challenging her and da 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 da. In the next breath, to telling the girl that you're with, once she's asking you outright, oh, they've just taken it wrong, they've got the wrong end of the stick with it. Full of bullshit. Joey thinks too much of his raw self, that's all I'm gonna say. He's arrogant and he's a liar. He's shown himself to be a full-on liar. He's also shown himself as a person that really cannot accept responsibility for how he acts and reacts to people. And even when things are shown on a screen, and I'll get to what I'm talking about a couple of episodes later, even though he gets to see what's on the screen and everybody's seen exactly how he's carried on, he still wants to tell people they ain't saw what they saw. He still wants to explain it away and deflect, but yet he has the cheek to tell other people how they need to be honest and open. Yeah. So Lola sits down and talks to Grace and Mimi, and basically tells them exactly what Joey had said to her about not being closed off and open to getting to know, and the fact that he weren't shutting shit down. So now he's bald-faced lying in Jessie's face. But again, Jessie is one of those girls that can see the truth of it, but will choose to ignore it fully because she wants the man that she's with. Like, she wants Joey, and nothing is going to stop her from having this man. Let's see how that works out for her. So Jessie is sitting there really thinking at this point in time that Lola has misinterpreted what Joey has put down. I was like, no, love, she ain't misinterpreted nothing. Lola picked up exactly what Joey was putting down at the end of the day. So it comes to the night time, and you can tell that Grace is definitely not interested in Harry. Grace and Jessie speak, and Jessica is there too, and she tells Jessie what Lola had said. So Jessie said, Joey told me that he said to her, we're not closed off. So Grace took that message to being skewed. So Grace basically listened to what Jessie has said in terms of what Joey supposedly said to her, and basically said, okay, then there must be some miscommunication between Joey and Lola, and the information's got skewed somewhere, so maybe you need to have that chat with Lola. I was just like, yeah. Then a text comes in, and it's time for the choices for the bombshells to choose who they want to steal. So I was kind of like, oh, Jessie, you could be losing your man tonight, and Reuben could be losing a girl tonight, and it could be a dumping. But we'll see what happens. So it comes to Steele's time. So Harry, of course, steals Grace. That's where he was going to go. And I did feel it for Reuben in that moment because he really didn't want to let her go. And Lola is ready to steal. So basically, at this point, she doesn't actually say who she's going to steal. It comes on it rolls over to the next episode. But within this point, Jessie basically is whispering to the girl, saying that she's ready to be dumped. She says to Joey, "You haven't made it clear to Lola." Joey basically says, "Yes, I have." I'll beg to differ on that. Joey didn't make it clear to Lola in the slightest at the end of the day. All they have to do is roll those tapes back and you will realise, or well, Jessie will realise that no, Joey didn't shut shit down in the slightest with Lola. Yeah, he wanted that competition to reign between Lola and Jessie. Okay, so if Lola picked him, Joey would have been happy to go with that girl. So Joey says to Jessie for her to trust him, and Jessie said, "I can't." And I'm like, hold on a minute, my love. Wasn't it you sitting there that Jessie was saying she was not worried? She was not insecure in the slightest about the shit that happens, or Lola and Joey having a talk, because she knows where Joey is when it comes to her. And she was doing her little warning tactics to Lola in regards to how Joey showed exactly how he felt when the game that was played. I'm like, my girl, he picked you third for best personality after he'd done kiss two girls before that for best face and best body. So okay. And I was just kind of like, at that point, if you have no trust in your relationship, then you have no trust at all. You have no relationship. So all I'm going to say is, though, it was Jessie who didn't believe anything that Lola said and was happy to believe everything that Joey said. So we ended here on a cliffhanger, and I'll be back in quick succession with the next episode. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification button so when you know I'm going to do videos. Please comment, like, share, and do all the good things that you do, because I am on the road to 1K, and I'll be back across your screens very, very soon. Peace out.